you teach at your house as a private tutor?
No, I teach in a school. It's a private school where I teach. Okay,
Yes, yes,
Shantanu, I have a
yes,
few questions for you.
yes. Definitely, you can ask me.
Yeah. So I would like to know that what is your favorite book? Are you fond of reading books?
No. I don't like reading book. Yeah, I don't like reading book. But my favorite subject is mathematics. That's why I have completed my graduation in mathematics subject.
Okay, I asked this, because we both of us are on the same boat. We are doing the same thing, like kind of, to enhance our communication skills and connecting with the people, interacting with this way. Okay, so this is why I asked. You must have read something, any book, whatever that interested you.
No, no, I don't like reading. Yeah, that's why I had to face a lot of problem in my during my study. Yeah, that's why during my study at that time I did not like the history subject, geography subject.
See, I'm not talking about syllabus related books. I'm talking about any book, like it could be a story book, it could be a novel, anything that really propelled you to come into this way, and like interact with people, and the kind of interest you have, the willingness, the enthusiasm you have to just accelerate your spoken English skills, right? So this is why I asked that there might be any book, that you really like to, just go through.
No. Nowadays, I don't read any book. Yeah. Nowadays, whatever you want, you can. You definitely will get in your mobile phone now. Nowadays, social media is available. Yeah. That's why also I don't read. Yeah. Whatever I want, I always search the on Google or YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of stuffs you have read so far? I'm not asking about any book, but anything you must have read, to just accelerate your English skills, your communication skills. So you must have read something. You must have, studied something. So would you like to just put some highlight on this?
Yeah, when I started my English journey at that time I read so many English grammatical book. Yeah.
Okay.
And that book was in class 7 standard and 8 standard.
Okay. So, do you have any environment at your workplace, as you are from healthcare department? So, do you have any environment where you can speak with the people in English?
No, actually, I belong to a village area, and I work in a hospital. It is near my house. It is not a far away. It is rural hospital. But in this in my locality, everyone speak our native language. Yeah, no one speak
Mhm.
English. But
Mhm.
in the hospital, few of the doctors they speak English very well. Yeah, and one of the doctor he came from Tamil Nadu. They always speak English, otherwise Hindi. They don't know our native language Bengali. Yeah, and
Okay.
right now also I'm talking with him in English at hospital.
Okay. That's great. So, what do you think? Life has changed a lot. If we see back, two decades ago, the things used to happen, and now with the help of technology, we are getting so many accessibilities of, the so many social media platforms, and so many people out there, they're earning money and they are growing day by day. So how do you think that how much life has changed with the help of technology and the kind of overall personality? So many people have changed their overall personality because of that technology, by learning something new. So how do you take this? What do you think? What's your perspective in this?
Yes, nowadays our country is developing because nowadays we're using the social media. Yeah. Now a few years ago, the pandemic season was going on. At that time, many students they had to face a lot of problem for studying purpose, for job purpose, but always staying at your home and using your smartphone. They also they learn something. And yes, nowadays social media is available. Social media is very important nowadays. But every subject has a good positive sign as well as a
Yeah,
negative
that's
sign. Yeah.
true.
Nowadays using the phone. most of the young boys, they are playing the game on the phone. That's why they don't play football or cricket in the ground. Yeah, right now I am talking with you in this ground. Yeah. When I was child, every single day I used to play football in the morning time in this ground, and in the afternoon time every single day I used to play cricket. But nowadays, when I come here, there is no one. They are busy right now playing on the game on the mobile phone. Yeah.
Yeah, happening. It is happening. I think it's nowadays, it's so prevalent. It has become a trend. Be it a small child, be it any adult, be it elderly people, they are quite, inclined towards using mobile phone. And the screen time also has been escalated, like hours and hours
Yes.
they
Yes.
just spend using mobile phone, and the life has become really sedentary because just sitting idle, and it has become this much inactive. So I would say do not let the grass grow under your feet. Instead, do something productive, do something prolific for your overall development, your growth, holistic growth. We should be doing something.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
And
it is
on the other hand, there is a positive sign. Few years back, at that time, if you want to listen some few song, at that time, first of all, you have to choose a cassette. After that, you have to
yeah,
find out.
you
After
said
that,
so
you have
rightly.
to
Yeah,
play. Yeah, so many
exactly.
things you have to do. Yeah, so many
Yeah,
things you have to
true.
do. But nowadays there is no problem. You can everything is there on Google or YouTube. If you just 2 seconds or 3 seconds, you can get so many things.
Great, great. You have picked such a beautiful point, and it's ringing me that I am becoming so nostalgic, as you said about that time. Cassette we used to use when we were a
Yes.
child. And that time we didn't have that accessibility. The social media and this AI and the technology, right? So we can
Yes.
say
Yes.
that that time it was the kind of lacking, the scarcity of these platforms and the social media and the technology, but we were quite we used to be quite grounded, very down to earth,
Yes.
and we used to yearn. If I tell you about myself, so I am very fond of listening songs. Okay, so that time I used to listen radio and the cassettes, you said rightly. Okay, and now as we have n number of platforms, and we can listen to all the like songs whatever we want to listen to, right? But the thing is, we don't have first of all time, and instead of utilizing and just, doing something good for our for ourselves, so we are not doing that. In fact, we are quite engaged in doing something different, because we do not value that kind of accessibility, because we do not care.
Yes.
So the thing is, when there is a scarcity of something, so we literally value to them. And when we are
Yes.
encompassed with those resources and all, so we do not care about that, we do not value to them. It happens.
Yes.
And somewhere,
Yes.
as
And
you
ma'am,
said
and
rightly. Yeah, please.
yes, I am giving another example. And when I went to the Kolkata is the capital of our state, and at that time when I purchased any book, at that time I went there, yeah, in Kolkata, because I have to select what kind of books I will take. But nowadays there is a Flipkart, Amazon, yeah, from there you
Yeah,
can get so many
true.
books.
True, true. In just a jiffy, it's just a click away, and you can purchase anything online, right? You can just see the review, read the review, right? It's so easy for us. It has become really effortless. But as you said rightly, that we do have that, pros with the cons. Okay, there are
Yes.
so
Yes.
many harmful things, and we if we are very indulged in that, using mobile phone and the apps we are using without giving it a single thought, so somewhere there might be some repercussion. So we need to be really mindful using the such technology and such kind of apps. We need to be really careful,
Yes.
really vigilant here. But this is not happening because
Yes.
of our interest.
Yes, everything has a advantage as well as also disadvantage. Yeah, everything. And nowadays, social media is available, but using the social media nowadays, many persons they are doing a fraud, or I mean cyber crime. Yeah, this is happening. Yeah,
Exactly,
nowadays.
identity theft. Yeah, right, right. So
Yes.
yeah, Shantanu, as I can see, your backside of that scenario, it's very greenery in the trees. So don't you think it's such a beautiful life you're living now, the greenery, the air, the nature, you're living just
Yes,
adjacent to
yes,
nature, and you're just rejuvenating your life, with the help of nature,
yes. I
because there is the
Yeah, every
peacefulness,
single
that
day.
tranquility.
Yeah, every single day, whenever I get free time, I always come here and at this place. Yeah, but I am waiting for a few friends. They will come, and I will go another. We will go another place. And but they has not come yet. That's why also I am making this kind of video with you.
But you are doing such a great job. You like, you're utilizing your time, extracting the benefit, although
Yes,
you are alone there, and you're trying to manage the time to have an interaction with someone in English. I think that's a very good part here, because mostly what we do,
yes.
we make lame excuses. Yeah, please
Yes,
continue.
whenever I get free time, I always try to use my time. I get up early in the morning around 4:30 a.m. and at that time I go for morning walk. And at that time I do three walk number because at that time I watched the English video. Yeah, first of all I listen 30 minutes. After that I
Okay.
speak with another person 30 minutes and walking is the good exercise of our health. I do three walks at a time.
Wow, great. You're not, just working in a healthcare. Literally, you are following that. You're not just preaching, you're
Yes,
following that. You are giving an example, you're just maintaining that example. It's so exemplary. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So I would like to ask one more question. That you said that you do not read anything and you haven't read any book or something. So have you spent your time so far listening something or not? Or you just, all of a sudden just try to speak in English and converse with the people?
No, no, no. I know very well listening and speaking. Both are very important for learning any language, not only English, for any language. Listening and speaking, both are very important. That's why whenever I get free time, I always listen. Yeah. I always listen, listening and speaking. I noticed that I talk so many people, and one of the person he told me he did not go any school, but after listening and after speaking, he
Mm-hmm.
can speak English very well. After noticing that, I decided, yeah, I will listen and I will speak. Definitely, yeah, I will reach my goal.
Meaning listening really helped you so far.
Yes, yes.
No.
And
So,
ma'am,
yeah, please.
yes, ask me.
No, no, I was asking that you have dedicated your time to listen something, listen to the podcast or
Yes,
something, right? Okay. So how do you
yes, yes.
manage the time and how do you unwind yourself? Because although you are so busy, in your work, and you are from healthcare department, okay, and then you are taking out time to have such interaction with the people, and on top of that, you just utilize the time, dedicate the time to listen to something, podcast or whatever. So how do you manage? And don't you think sometimes
Yeah.
it's very occupying thing, and you feel like distress or something, worn out? Don't you think like this way?
Yes, yes, it is a wonderful question for me because I work in a hospital. That's why I have to do shifting duty morning, evening, night. And today I
Right.
went to the morning duty. That's why afternoon time I'm free. Yeah, and
Okay.
I'm free. And whenever I get free time, I always try to learn this language because, and being a family member, I have a lot of work in my family. I have a lot of responsibility in my family. That's why I don't get free time. Yeah, whenever I get free time, I always try to listen and always try to learn this language. And yes, definitely. My goal is I want to become a good English speaker. That's why this is my first goal. Yeah. After that also I go anywhere for visiting purpose, for traveling purpose with my friends. Yeah.
Hmm.
But my goal is I want to become a good English speaker. That's why whenever get free time, I always try to use my time only for English.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's great. That's great. You are just, you're doing a great job. It's so marvelous. And you are an inspiration, I can say. Although you are so busy, so tied up with your work, anyhow, you are following your passion and you are trying to become the better version of yourself. So, hats off to you.
Yes, yes. Actually, after practicing right now, I have improved a lot. I know very well. when I started my English speaking journey, at that time I could not write one sentence in English properly, and at that time I did not know how to ask the question in English. Yeah, so many things. But nowadays I have a confidence. I can communicate with another person who belong to another state, who belong to another country. There is no problem. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
why also whenever I get free time, I always try to learn this language. Yeah, I am improving my English skill day by day.
Wow, and you have improved a lot, I must say. I would like to appreciate you. I would like to admire you.
Yes.
You have literally, just changed your overall personality. It's a drastic change. It's so remarkable. The way you are speaking and the kind of flow you have maintained so far. Kudos to you.
Yeah, who are learning this language, I noticed that who have been running their YouTube channel for a long time, who have been learning this language for a long time. Yeah, they are also learning, they are also improving. Yeah, I noticed that you have improved a lot. I follow to you, I have watched so many video on your YouTube channel. Yeah, I noticed that you are improving, and Sib, teacher Sib, he is improving a lot. Yeah, so many things, so many learners, so many learners, they are also improving day by day.
See, it starts from that courage and that consistency, determination, how much adamant you are to learn. And you are really adamant. You are so determined, so tenacious. And this is why you are doing it wholeheartedly. So
Yes.
that's a great thing.
And ma'am,
Yeah.
I would like to ask one question to you. Nowadays, for improving your English skill, what kind of method do you follow? Right now, you have a lot of experience in teaching. You have been learning this language for a long time.
Good question, I must say. See, I always try to engage myself in speaking. I always try my level best to speak with at least 3 to 4 people on every single day. Although it's all the calls are audio calls, not video calls. Like yesterday, I had
Yeah.
one video call, and day before yesterday, and beforehand that I had not been doing any kind of like video calls because of my busy schedule. There were some, I can say because of my tardiness, because I always get late or something and I was occupied, so there was no time alignment as such with the person who had just mailed me for the conversation. So because of that, I was not able to have video calls. And once it is a video call, so there's a little different thing, little discomfort it is, because there's an eye contact we have to make, and the overall physical appearance, gesture, everything works together. So you need to be really confident. But for a person who is an amateur here, who's a very tyro, so for them it's a hard nut to crack. But I have become quite confident because now I'm getting the hang of it again. Once you leave something, you have been doing something and then you just leave. So yes, there's a difference. You would not feel like that kind of confidence level and whatever. You would not be able to retain that. But in my case, how do I retain my this confidence level? With the practice of speaking. I try my level best to speak with at least 3 to 4. Be it any time, whenever I get time. Sometimes I am performing my home chores, sometimes school work. Simultaneously, I'm speaking with someone. So this is how I practice. And once you are speaking a lot, so there's a mouth muscle happening, and your mind and your words. There's an I can say alignment, and it is syncing up. You don't have to think much. So this I do. So to me, it's really important to be speaking something. The more you speak, the better you can become. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And ma'am, my next question is: after learning this language, maybe you have got one thing right now. Also, you are a teacher. You are teaching in English medium school, and ma'am, do you speak with your colleague in English?
Yeah, I try. Actually, I try to speak with them, with my peers and the colleagues. But what happens is sometimes they switch into Hindi. So this is why I just,
Yes.
making up the things, I do the supplement, how I speak with people when I am at home. So 3 to 4 calls at least I take, sometimes 5 calls I take. So at school, when I'm in front of the students, so I'm supposed to speak in English all the time. But when I'm sitting in the staff room, there are, rest of the peers and the colleagues. So sometimes they just do the gossiping and what. So they switch into Hindi. And the same thing I do, I also reciprocate the same. But how can I maintain this, retain this flow, the kind of comfortness with the language, with the practice of speaking? So this is how, this I just make an interaction with the people on audio calls, and this is how I maintain that. But at school, it doesn't
Yes.
happen most of the time.
Yes, yes. All right, ma'am. It was a nice conversation with you.
Yeah,
Yeah, we are talking around
yeah,
20 minutes. You are also speaking
exactly.
English very well, and
Thank
today
you.
you have asked so many questions to me.
But I really enjoyed. Thank you so much for your precious time. And it was really amazing connecting with you. And I learned a lot from you. Thank you so much. The kind of consistency you have, I learned from you. Thank you so much.
Yes. All right, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank
then.
you. Nice
Thank
to
you.
meet you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.